Hi Taekook sisters, I'm back with another video and I hope that you're all doing great today and happy. Now I will be presenting to you a video how Kim Seok-jin exposes Taekook to everyone. But before that, Taekook sisters, we would like again to thank our sponsor for this video, Moonjin Tan. Thank you so much for spending $20 for this YouTube channel. And Taekook sisters, again, you can always send me a message if you want to sponsor. Just message me through my Gmail account, thpickooksis@gmail.com. Again, without further ado, let's get what this video all about. So, this is it, Taekook sisters. I know you're all excited because I can see that you're all watching analysis video, and this is it. We have to discuss and read everything here in this video. So let's start. So the first one is this. This is an account from Twitter. BTS updates and translations. So this account at Cool Picasso translated the conversation of JK and Jin when Jin and JK had a Weverse Live. Before, Jin said, "I lost Jungkook She's phone a number and I almost wasn't able to give the Shine Muscat to Jungkook She." So Jin told this to armies that he lost JK's phone number and he almost wasn't able to give JK's favorite Shine Muscat grapes for JK's birthday. Now, sisters, let's find out what is this Shine Muscat is and why did Jin give that to Jungkook, and plus, who is the person, another person involved in this Shine Muscat thing. So here it is. This is what I am talking about earlier. Jin, who forgot or lost Jungkook's phone number and wants to give Jungkook a Shine Muscat for his birthday, gave that Shine Muscat to Taehyung. Now, aren't you wondering why Jin gave the Shine Muscat to Taehyung, Taekook sisters? When in the first place, that Shine Muscat is supposedly for JK. Now this information right here is giving me the feeling that Jin lost JK's number. He gave his gift for JK to Taehyung. Why did he give it to Taehyung when Jin can actually give it to JK personally, or maybe Jin can make that Shine Muscat delivered into JK's house? Why Jin gave it to Taehyung? Why Jin personally gave it to Taehyung for JK? Why did Jin choose Taehyung out of all other members to give that Shine Muscat gift of him to JK? And here is the exact photo of JK's birthday. That day, when JK had a Weverse Live, is actually his birthday. Look how happy JK in his birthday. But what did you notice with JK's cake? Taekook sisters, what have you noticed? We can see that the cake of JK has the colors of pink. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think it looks like strawberries to me, but I can also, there are green grapes. Green grapes, and what else? That cake forms bunny or somewhat a bunny face. And there is eyes, there is mouth, there is even nose and hands. Now Taekook sisters, we zoom out the cake. let's discuss this cake because this is the main content here. We can see again that there were grapes in the cake, right? Those are big green grapes. The cake is already messy. You can see that, but the grapes are still there. It will definitely be messy because the grapes are very heavy, and those grapes are put on top of those icings. Definitely the icing would not hold it for too long because the grapes again are very heavy. Now, did you know that those green grapes are actually called shine muscat? Again, shine muscat. Those green grapes, or the shine muscat, is actually the gift of Jin for JK. And again, remember, Jin cannot contact JK because he lost JK's number, right? Then the question is, how come this grapes or the shine muscat here that we can see? Now the question here is this: how come JK received this shine muscat grapes when in the first place Jin have it? Jin cannot contact JK because again, Jin lost JK's number. But guess what? JK received the shine muscat grapes, which is a gift of Jin for JK. How come JK received those shine muscat grapes from Jin when Jin cannot contact him? Now, are you all excited to find out what happened exactly, why JK received the gift from Jin when Jin in the first place cannot contact JK? And here is what Taehyung posted in his Instagram account. Taehyung also posted a shine muscat grapes in his Instagram account. Those shine muscat grapes are exactly the same shine muscat green grapes in JK's cake, right? Those are obviously the same shine muscat grapes. Now, let's see whether this shine muscat of Taehyung, which he posted in his Instagram, whether it is the grapes or whether it is the shine muscat that Jin wants to give to JK. So when you are in Korea, this is how shine muscat looks like. Again, this is how shine muscat looks like. Therefore, shine muscat is definitely green grapes, big green grapes. Look at that. Those exactly were the grapes we have seen in JK's cake and in Taehyung's Instagram post, right? Now let's continue reading this information about that shine muscat of JK in his cake and the shine muscat of Taehyung in his Instagram account. This is a translated conversation of Jin and JK in their Weavers live. Okay, let's start. Jin asked JK, "Did Namjoon physically come to wish you?" JK answered to Jin, "No, he didn't." So Namjoon didn't go to JK physically to greet him happy birthday. Then Jin again asked JK, "Did Yoongi physically come to wish you?" Again, JK answered, "No, Yoongi didn't come to me physically to wish me a happy birthday." Now, Jin asked again, "Did Jimin physically come to wish you?" JK answered, "Yes. Yes, Jimin come to him to wish him a happy birthday." Now let's continue. Jin, after hearing that Jimin went to JK physically to greet him, Jin called Jimin in live and said, "Wow, Jimin, you're amazing." Jin told that to Jimin through in his live. Now Jin asked again, "Did Jungkook physically come to wish you?" JK answered jokingly, "No, he didn't." Jin replied, "Aren't you Jungkook?" Jungkook said, "Yes, I can't go to wish myself." Okay, so Jin answered, "Okay, so did J-Hope physically come to you to wish a happy birthday?" Jungkook answered, "Yes, J-Hope said physically a happy birthday for me." And Jin again replied, "Wow, J-Hope, you're amazing." So basically, Jin was like, "I'm the only one who came 1 hour far while I was drunk." Because the Cook sisters, during this birthday of JK, literally Jin just went to celebrate JK's birthday. Physically, he went to JK's condo unit, or maybe it was his own house. Jin really went just to celebrate JK's birthday. And that's how the relationship of the Jin, the oldest member, and the youngest member, JK, revolves. Like, they have this kind of parent and child relationship. Now, Peacock sisters, did you notice something? Did you notice that there is lacking in this conversation? What do you think is lacking? Here it is. I'm just wondering why Jin didn't mention Taehyung's name, but he mentioned his 6 members, including Jungkook's name. Maybe Jin forgot? What do you think? Again, in that conversation, Jin mentioned all the 6 members. But why did Jin didn't mention Taehyung's name? What is the reason why he didn't mention Taehyung's name? But before we find out what is the reason why Jin didn't mention Taehyung's name in JK's birthday's conversation, let us first read another information right here. Now, many armies noticed that during JK's birthday, both Jin and JK drank a beer. And did you know, for those who are asking Jungkook and Jin drinking a beer, that beer is a Hardywood Richmond Lager beer in his life, made by Hardywood Bar Craft Brewery, located in Richmond, Virginia, USA. Again, that Richmond beer is actually from USA, Virginia. And another thing, unfortunately, we currently only ship to VA, Virginia, and DC, working on a solution to get it across the country if the BTS army would be interested. Now, that is the post of the official account of that beer in Twitter. Since the owner of that beer, Hardywood Brewery, noticed that JK and Jin drank their beer, they post in their Twitter that their brand only shipped to VA and DC, and that place is only in USA. Now the question is, how come JK did that Richmond beer when in the first place JK is just in Korea, and Hardywood Brewery, the owner of this Richmond Lager beer, said it in the Twitter that they only ship in USA, not outside USA. How come JK get that beer? Who gave that beer to JK? Now I'm so excited to who gave that beer to JK. And here it is, 10 10 10 10. Again, I remind you, Hardywood Brewery is located in USA and they don't ship their product, which is the Hardywood beer. And that raises the question, who went to USA and bought that beer and gave it to JK? So this is exactly the Richmond Lager beer. Correct me if I'm wrong if I pronounce it correctly, Lager or Lager. This is again an American craft Lager Richmond beer, only available in USA. This right here is that same beer we saw in JK's Weavers Live when he and Jin had a Weavers Live during JK's birthday. That is exactly the same beer. And here is the answer to our questions, Jungkook sisters. The only one person who went to USA recently before JK's birthday is Kim Taehyung. Again, you heard it right. It is Kim Taehyung who went to USA recently before JK's birthday. And there is no other reason and answer who bought that Richmond Lager beer. It is only Kim Taehyung. Who do you think else? No other member of BTS went to USA. And again, the owner of the brand said it in their Twitter account that they do not ship their product outside USA. But how come JK have those kind of beer in his home and his house? And Jungkook sisters accepted already. Taehyung is really the person who bought that beer for JK. I cannot think of any person who bought and brought that beer to JK's house except Taehyung, because it is clearly obvious that Taehyung was the only member of BTS who recently went to USA, and obviously there could be no one who brought that beer. It's only Kim Taehyung. And again, I hope that the answer to our questions, who bought that beer that JK and Jin were drinking during the live, is actually Taehyung. Now I will be discussing and I will be telling you the answer to these Shine Muscat green grapes. How come JK received those Shine Muscat green grapes when Jin cannot contact him? Here is the photo of Taehyung's arrival in Korea. You can see this is the time when Taehyung is holding a bag and his manager, or I think that was his bodyguard, who is trying to get that bag from him, because that bodyguard wants to help Taehyung, but Taehyung didn't give that bag to that bodyguard. Or was it his manager? I forgot. If you can go back to that video, you can check it. But I am telling the truth. Taehyung was really holding a bag and he didn't let the manager or the bodyguard hold that bag. Maybe because that bag actually have those Richmond beers in JK's birthday. I guess maybe that was one of Taehyung's gift in JK's birthday. And again, we didn't still find the answer. Why did Jin didn't mention Taehyung when he is asking whether the other members come to JK to wish him physically happy birthday. That is still a mystery, and we are again hoping we can find the truth about that mystery. And again, as I promised, we'll discuss the answer. Here is finally the answer to your question. Why did JK still receive the Shine Muscat green grapes even if Jin cannot contact him? That is because Jin gave that Shine Muscat green grapes to Taehyung. Again, the reason why JK received the Shine Muscat green grapes gift of Jin is actually Jin gave those Shine Muscat green grapes to Taehyung. Now, are you belly me? Taehyung is living with JK? Because as I have connected it, why did Jin didn't mention JK earlier in their conversation when he is asking whether the members greeted JK during his birthday? Jin totally never mentioned Taehyung's name, whether Taehyung greeted JK a happy birthday. There was no Taehyung's name mentioned by Jin, and this is how I come up with this kind of assumption. Why? Why did Jin didn't mention Taehyung? Why did Jin give it to Taehyung when he cannot contact JK, when he can actually give it to other members to ask them, to request other members to give it to JK, but he really chose Taehyung to give to Taehyung. This is the reason why my suspicion is getting higher that Taekook are really living together, because the first thing we have noticed during JK's birthday, Jin didn't mention Taehyung. That means Taehyung must have already greeted JK. And why did Jin never mentioned him? Even though Taehyung greeted JK, why did Jin never mention Taehyung? And the second thing is that how come JK have that Richmond beer when in the first place, again, it was Taehyung who went to USA? If Taehyung bought that Richmond beer, and we all know Taehyung will not drink Richmond beer, I have another suspicion that maybe they are really living together. Why did JK have that beer when in the first place he didn't went to the USA? He didn't went to USA, and the brand already said that they do not cater or they do not ship outside USA. So obviously Taehyung bought those beer for JK. What do you think, Taekook sisters? Are you still suspecting that Taekook is really living together during this time, or was it just a coincidence that Jin didn't mention Taehyung, and it was just a coincidence that this Richmond beer coming from USA is in JK's refrigerator? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section, Taekook sisters. And again, thank you so much to our sponsor Moonjin Tan for the $20 sponsor. If you want to sponsor, you can always message me through thhbcooksis@gmail.com. And see you again in the next video. Stay tuned for more updates. And thank you so much for your unending support, Taekook sisters. Thank you so much for watching this video, this analysis right here. And I hope we'll see each other again in the next video. Thank you again and see you tomorrow. Love you all and bye-bye.